the fifth floor, the lowest of the cabinet or shelf. I don't know why I said cabinet. I use for like movies that I've seen before. I like them, but not like I watch them all the time. So kind of just chill at the bottom. So I just pack as many as I can at the bottom. So I figured I'd go through those first, try and see which ones, if they still go into that category. If I haven't seen it in a while, maybe pull it up to one of the higher ones to watch it again. But the first one is Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow. Yeah, a nice way to not tip it over. This one's cool. I really like Sleepy Hollow. I mean, mainly because of Christopher Walken as the Headless Horseman. But I feel like this was before Johnny Depp got like super weird. So like he was still more serious with like a hint of weird, but it worked for, Ichabod. So yeah, I really like this one. It's pretty good. Probably saw last maybe like 2 years ago. So that might go up. I might probably need to watch that one again. Have you ever seen that movie, Hunter? It's pretty good. The next one is the movie Searching. This one was pretty weird. I don't really remember a lot about it. I know he was like looking for his daughter that went missing, and it was like the police weren't really cooperative, but then they get more cooperative by the end. But he finds like a laptop or something, I think, with that has more of her information on it. I can read the description real quick. After David Kim's 16-year-old daughter goes missing, a local investigation is opened and a detective is assigned to the case. But 37 hours later, and without a single lead, David decides to search the one place no one has yet to look, where all secrets are kept today, his daughter's laptop. In a hyper-modern thriller told via technology devices that we use every day to communicate, David must trace his daughter's digital footprint before she disappears forever. So yeah, like he gets her laptop, figures out the password and all that stuff, starts communicating with her friends. That's what it was, to try and track her down. Has a pretty good twist at the end. I won't spoil it, obviously, but it was pretty good. It's not bad. That was Searching. I really like John Cho. This is like definitely a more serious one of his films. It's good, groundbreaking even. Hitchcock levels of suspense. But yeah, if you like suspense thriller type stuff, this one's not bad. Super picky about movies. What kind of stuff do you like? Maybe I can sift some stuff and see what you haven't seen. Maybe make some recommendations. This one's actually really pretty decent. It's Split, starring James McAvoy, by M. Night Shyamalan. And I feel like this was his return. He had done kind of like some movies, but Split with James McAvoy like destroyed this movie. I mean, it was so good. Hey, what's up, Atheist Jihad? How are you doing tonight? But yeah, he's like 23 different characters. Um, you only get to see maybe like 6 or 7, I think. But the end, where, I mean, I'm gonna spoil it, but when well, I won't spoil it completely, but when a character from his other movie appears, I was like, "Wow, oh, that's so cool!" Like they're gonna link them together, and I'm sure if you've seen Glass, you know exactly what I'm talking about because they do all come together, which is awesome. David Lynch movies, oh my goodness, yes they are. I love David Lynch actually. Um, it's kind of hard to see, but up top above my head, I'll see if I can find it. Um, there is my Twin Peaks shelving unit. I've got like signed picture from Laura Palmer and um, some of the all the books. I think all the books. Uh, Soundtrack to the third season. All the Funko Pops, and my girlfriend actually got me the top two things, which was a portrait of David Lynch made out of cassette. Trying to, the delay is kind of killing it, but it's a portrait of David Lynch in Twin Peaks made out of cassette tape, and the VHS tape up there is a is actually an LED light. Waterworld. Yep, that's a good one. Kevin Costner. And like other Lynch stuff that I have. Oh, sorry. I have the Criterion Collection, The Art Life. I haven't watched this yet, but I pick up everything David Lynch. So I have that. I have Blue Velvet, which I've seen. I haven't opened the Criterion Collection. I keep most of these sealed if I have other copies, which I have like probably 3 copies of Blue Velvet. So I kept that one sealed. I have Elephant Man from the Criterion as well. What I end up doing is waiting until the Criterion sale, like twice a year, and pick up a few, and then Eraserhead. And Mulholland Drive. And below the Twin Peaks section, I have a Dune section. So it's like several copies, different copies of Dune. And then I have the Fade Rotha Funko Pop and the Paul Atreides Funko Pop from David Lynch's movie, and David Lynch's Dune on Blu-ray. Huge Lynch fan. You haven't seen any of those movies, Kiganu? Oh my god. You need to get on that like ASAP. David Lynch is awesome. He makes the weirdest stuff, but they're all like awesome. If you haven't seen Twin Peaks, go on Netflix and watch it. You'll see nothing like it. Twin Peaks and then Carnival are my 2 favorite TV series. He had nothing to do with Carnival, but it kind of has like a weird vibe to it. Lynch and I have the same birthday. Oh, that's awesome. January 20th. Well, happy belated birthday. Just a few days ago. Have you ever seen Butterfly Effect? Yep, I have seen that. If you like weird vibes, definitely David Lynch. He will he will hit that spot for you. Um, Lost Highway. There's like um, some really crazy stuff. I would, I personally think all of his movies fit into each other that aren't based off of other things like Elephant Man and Dune. I don't think those are a part of like any other universe, but I feel like Twin Peaks, Mulholland Drive, uh, Blue Velvet, I think could potentially be part of the same universe. Um, I have a weird like thought that maybe the main character, who's played by Kyle MacLachlan in Blue Velvet, he dreams, he like daydreams a lot, and there's like a very weird like dream feel to the third season of Twin Peaks, and how they're like dream people. So I always thought it would be kind of weird if like what if the character from Blue Velvet, what if Cooper was kind of like his dream. I think my recent movie I watched was called The Alchemist Cookbook. I I haven't seen that. I know I haven't seen that, but I think I have it on my queue on Netflix. Weird ass movie, loved it. My girl was like, "What the hell did I just watch?" Yeah, I have a lot of weird stuff I'll have to go through. Have I watched the show Hannibal? I have watched like one or two, but I'm also a huge fan of Mads Mikkelsen. I have a ton of his movies. Some of the Perks, uh, The Hunt is awesome. Valhalla Rising is really good. Um, what's the other one that I really enjoy? Oh man, I'm blanking on the name. Anyway, like most of all of his stuff is like really good. He's a really great actor. So I've always wanted to see Hannibal because he is Hannibal Lecter in the series. Valhalla Rising is better than it should be. Yeah, Nicholas Winding Refn is probably my second or third favorite director by far. I think all of his movies as well. Um, they're at the top shelf, which I was explaining earlier. They have 5 shelves, which I need to get a bigger unit, but kind of the top shelves are like my favorites, or the top shelf is what I haven't seen. Second shelf is my favorites that I like to watch over and over again. Some of those mix into the third shelf. Fourth shelf is like steel books and movies that I like but haven't really pushed to watch in a while. And the bottom shelf is kind of like, they're alright. Probably wouldn't watch them again unless I really have um, a need for it. To be honest, I don't watch a lot of movies. Yeah, I mean, lately I haven't had an opportunity to watch a lot, which sucks. But like, movies were my babysitter, so I watched a lot of TV, and grew up watching like the same VHS tapes over and over again. I have as many records as you do movies, and another wall unit. Yeah, I don't have very many records. I have like maybe 20 that I used to have tacked up on the wall with like push pins, but they're in storage now. Closest thing I have to a record is the Star Wars A New Hope Laserdisc, and I have some records actually. Let me, not amazing records, but actually 2 of them are laser discs and 2 of them are records. Sometimes I buy records just out of a habit, and actually I don't know where this record is, but Like I buy them out of for the cover and decorate with them. But George Michael, Faith. I reference this a lot. Saint George Michael is what I like to call him now that he's passed. And then Madonna like a virgin. And then I actually don't know where the Star Wars one is. It was over here just like a little while ago. I've been reorganizing. I've seen The Cable Man so many times because it was the only movie we owned when I was a kid. Cable Man I watched quite a bit with Matthew Broderick and Jim Carrey. I like his impersonations. He actually reminds me like his kind of like backstory where he like that was his parent basically was the TV, and you know it kind of reminded me of myself in a weird way. Records 10 out of 10. I play that record a few times a week. Yeah, I don't even have a record player, so but I do listen to a lot of the songs on like Amazon. The other two laser discs I have, they're kind of lame but funny. But Best Friend's Wedding. I honestly don't know why I have this movie on Laserdisc, but this is one of like two movies my mom had on VHS. The other one was like Waiting to Exhale. But I don't know. I've always kind of enjoyed this movie, you know, like I've never really told anybody that, but you know, this is the movie that has what's her name? Shit, I'm so bad with names sometimes. Cameron Diaz, where she sings, and it's like horrible. It's it's such bad singing. And then I mean, I guess I could show it on Twitch, and it probably wouldn't be an issue. But Striptease, Demi Moore, the international unrated version. Never watched it, obviously. I don't have a blue Laserdisc player, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I just go to the thrift store and I see them, and I'm like, I gotta pick this up. It'd be funny to just have. Have I seen Cargo? It's an Australian zombie movie. Is that where his daughter, he's like bitten and he's gonna change to a zombie, and he needs to get his daughter to safety before, and the daughter's like infant. I think that's what you're talking about. Have you seen High Tension? I have not. Actually, let me write that down. High Tension. Oh, here's a book. But do I have a pen here? I'll just type it out on my phone, actually. I haven't seen that movie. Is it any good, Hunter? Okay. Yeah, I've seen it. I have it, I think, in my queue, actually, on, it was either Prime or Netflix, I think, where I saw it. But I will look it up again. High Tension and Cargo. I'm pretty sure it was on Netflix. So yeah, High Tension and Cargo. Got them. Got it written down. So the next movie that's at the bottom tier, I liked it. It's not the best movie ever, but it is good. I like zombie movies. Oh yeah, I've seen Itchy the Killer. I have that right here. I love this artwork. I had to buy it. Like, I had to get this Blu-ray. This artwork's amazing. Let me make sure you guys can see it. Yeah, it was on a high shelf. I love this movie. It's so weird. It's great. Yeah, this is on Prime, I think. You should definitely watch it. I won't tell you anything about it, but watch that. Ichi the Killer. Parasite, no, I haven't. I just bought it actually. I just bought Parasite. And don't tell anybody I'll lose my card, but I haven't seen Train to Busan. I own it too, but I haven't watched it. I was gonna watch them back to back. Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. That's on the top shelf, I believe, which is movies I haven't seen that I will want to watch. But the next one is the Assassin's Creed movie. Ooh. I don't know. It was like they tried. They tried. I don't know. It kind of just reminded me of Live, Die, Repeat in a way when he's doing the training stuff. It was cool like during the medieval stuff, but when he was out of the machine, uh, I just kind of like Most movies aren't. This isn't bad. It's definitely just okay. It's not bad like a lot of the movies are, like Ubal movies that or Ubal, however you want to pronounce his name. His video game movies are garbage for the most part. I can't think of one that's good. Um, this one isn't bad. It's just not, you know, amazing. But it's gonna stay on the bottom shelf. I probably won't watch it. Hey Waffles, thanks for the alert, man. Hope you have a good night. Next is actually probably the best Christmas horror movie that I can think of. Maybe Krampus would be better, but this one is kind of like a guilty pleasure, kind of like better, but Silent Night, Deadly Night. This one's fun. Basically, you know, this little kid grows up. He's like driving in his car with his parents, and there's like a killer Santa Claus that kills his family. And so he like grows up in an orphanage, uh, and like one day he's asked to be Santa um, at like a store that he works at once he's like grown up, and it triggers like the memory of his parents getting killed, and so he goes around being a killer Santa, and it's crazy. But yeah, Silent Night, Deadly Night is the heartwarming story of little Billy Chapman who was traumatized by his parents' Christmas Eve rape and murder, then brutalized by sadistic orphanage nuns. But when a grown-up Billy is forced to dress as Jolly Saint Nick, he goes on a Yuletide rampage to punish the naughty. And like he'll go around and like kill people and go, punish naughty. Your girlfriend made you watch it. It's good. I like it. I saw it last year again, so it'll still stay on the bottom just because I don't have room for it. But it's good. Seen The Silence. It's a good movie and it's on Netflix. The Silence. I don't think I have. Uh, the one I'm thinking of is Hush, where the woman is like at her home by herself, and there's a killer like on the outside of her house, and she's deaf. But I don't think I've seen The Silence. I'll have to add that one as well. The Silence. These bat-like creatures that hunt off of hearing. No, I definitely have not seen it. Yeah, Hush was awesome. Bat-like creatures that hunt off of hearing. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've even. I don't think I've seen or like heard of it or seen it. Like the poster or anything about it. Trick or Treat. It's a horror anthology. It's pretty good. It's mostly known for actually anyway, one of the monsters is Sam. Broke into the dude's place that they were gonna rob. That one is Lights Out, I think. Lights Out or Don't Breathe. I always get those two titles mixed up. I think it might be Don't Breathe, actually. I'm pretty sure I have that. Somewhere. Yeah, Don't Breathe. Yep. Sorry for all the sniffling. Yeah, so far. Yeah, Trick or Treat's pretty good. It's kind of it's a horror anthology movie, so basically there's like several different segments. Some of them are good, some of them are okay. Hashtag Alive is good. It's a Korean zombie movie. Yeah, if you like those types of movies, you'd like, from my understanding, Train to Busan. I still haven't seen it, which is horrible. Should have watched that a long time ago. So far, 1 out of 6 is moving up a shelf because I haven't seen it in a while. Yeah, Don't Breathe. He's blind. Yep. Keanu Reeves Replica. This one, not really that great, to be honest. It was, I don't know. He plays basically a scientist who his family is killed in a car accident, I want to say, and so he uses like their brain. sorry, Kiganu. This is not one of your better movies. It's okay, but it's not the best. But yeah, he turns his family into like clones, I think. And the big twist is like he only has enough materials to make like 3 of the 4 family members or 4 of the 5 family members into clones. So he has to go and erase like the one that he decides not to turn into a clone. That part's kind of messed up, but that'll stay on the bottom. I'm a huge Keanu Reeves fan, but that one will stay on the bottom. Next, Return of the Living Dead. This one's a classic. Like the punk kids going into the crematorium. The ending is pretty good. They just, spoiler alert, but they nuke the whole town. This one's a classic zombie movie. I mean, if you like Night of Living Dead and that whole series, I mean, Return of the Living Dead is one of the better ones in my opinion.